Was a dragon buried deep under Winterfell in Game of Thrones? Popular opinion says there is, but is it even true? Well, in this video we'll explore the supporting evidence for the idea and how it may be explained afterwards. This is surely going to be an interesting watch, so don't miss a moment of it. The 8th season of Game of Thrones was famed for its dragon action, but one idea suggests that there may have been one hidden under Winterfell, the home of the Stark family that we never got to witness. George R.R. Martin's book series served as the direct inspiration for the HBO program, and subsequent incarnations have given rise to a wide variety of fan theories. Some of them, like the famous R+L=J, came to pass, while others were either disproved or left unanswered by Game of Thrones, like the theory that Tyrion was secretly a Targaryen. Dragons often play a crucial role in the many popular theories about Jon Snow and the Targaryens, and this theory's notion fits in well with that pattern. Since Game of Thrones didn't depict a dragon beneath Winterfell, the hypothesis has been around for a while, but so far there is no reason to fully dismiss it. If anything, there is still enough evidence to suspect that there was anything buried there. Hopefully, Martin will address the dragon matter in one of his next books. Here's the whole body of evidence for the Winterfell dragon hypothesis at this time. House Stark's residence Winterfell was purposefully constructed on top of hot springs. Through the coldest winter, these geothermal springs kept the castle warm. The boiling hot waters were claimed to drive off the frost of the stone walls and flow through the castle walls like blood through a man's body. The Starks' ability to survive in the north depended on the springs. The 14 Flames of Valyria and Dragonstone were the only other locations in the Game of Thrones world that were known to feature hot springs. There were significant ties between the two places and dragons. According to the books, a group of volcanoes known as the 14 Flames or 14 Fires was located on Essos's Valyrian Peninsula. Although the location was submerged by the sea and turned into the Smoking Sea, it was said to be the first place where dragons were found. The House Targaryen lived on the island of Dragonstone, which was similarly situated in a volcanic area before they invaded Westeros. Dragons were associated with the Targaryens, and this would suggest that a dragon may reside on the grounds under Winterfell given their history of coexisting with hot springs. These furnaces of the world may really be heated by the fire-breathing animals. Following that, a lot of the locals started spreading the myth that Winterfell was only livable because a dragon was keeping the springs warm. Not all of the stories about a dragon warming the springs with its breath circulated throughout the continent. Vermax, one of the Targaryen dragons, was said to have laid eggs in the Winterfell crypts. Jacaerys Velaryon, the son of Rhaenyra Targaryen, rode Vermax. Jacaerys and Vermax arrived at Winterfell about the time the Dance of the Dragons began, when they met Lady Jane Arryn, Lord Manderly, and Lord Cregan Stark. At this point, the Jester Mushroom allegedly said that Vermax had hidden eggs in the tomb next to the hot springs. Now, because he was a shady source, Mushroom's testimony was not taken seriously. Being a male dragon like Vermax eliminated the chance of leaving eggs behind. However, there was a potential that the Targaryens hid dragons beneath Winterfell on purpose for other purposes. The Targaryens would have dragons beneath the enemy stronghold if the relationship between the two houses deteriorated. House Stark would not have been able to manage a dragon if they had appeared under Winterfell, at least not until Jon Snow reached adulthood during Game of Thrones. There have also been a few references to an ice dragon in the literature. This was meant as a response to the Targaryens' fire dragons. Jon Snow is often mentioned in conjunction with the idea of an ice dragon. He often dreamed about the Winterfell crypts, where he famously discovered his actual Targaryen ancestry in Game of Thrones. Given that Jon was a Targaryen who grew up in the north, his comment about an ice dragon was allegorical. A dragon would be regarded as an ice dragon if it had lived in Westeros' northern area, and had laid dormant under Winterfell to heat the hot springs. This could have been the motivation for Brandon the Builder's decision to build Winterfell so far to the north. He may have known something about a dragon in the area. Unfortunately, the Game of Thrones TV series did not provide any convincing proof that a living dragon existed underneath Winterfell. There is still a lot of the tale to be recounted from Martin's perspective, so book readers may still have some optimism. Hypothetically, if there had been a dragon under the castle, it would have most likely died either during the castle's burning or the damage brought on by the Battle of Winterfell. The series would have disclosed that type of surprise if one had existed and survived. there is always a chance that the alleged eggs were sufficiently well guarded to survive intact. If there are any other Game of Thrones spin-off programs, maybe we will finally get to see the Winterfell dragon. And that's about it about the popular theory of a hidden dragon in Winterfell. Please share your comments below, and if you want to enjoy more insightful content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.